Spiritual awakenings and the hermit mode. This is one of the modes we most visit, regardless of how many awakenings we've been through, how many stages we've gone through, and what is going on. And it is a normal stage of us going inwardly and getting clarity from within and getting redirection. The hermit mode has to do with the isolation. Influenced by the tarot cards, I'm using the term hermit mode from the hermit card, major arcana. And this is kind of an isolation where we do a lot of introspection and get into a space of sending off many, many, many layers. It doesn't mean that we have a problem and we need to go within. It doesn't have to do with something that is off completely. Of course, hermit mode has to do with a huge understanding of who we are and the redirection we have to ground now, because we came to a place and space of completeness and closing a cycle where everything falls apart. Most of the times, hermit mode is connected with tower moments. We have mini tower moments, things collapsing here and there, connections, relationships, work environments, everything that you can imagine of. And of course, in that space, a version of you is collapsing as well. So you're getting into a space of reconnecting with your true self through the hermit mode. How is that happening and how we are experiencing it? Because what I explained so far has to do with the general concept of what is truly going on with the hermit mode. Going within, figuring out ourselves, finding strength within, finding who we are in that space and what truly excites us. But it's not like that. It doesn't sound like that. We don't experience it like that. What is truly going on in a hermit mode, how we experience it, that's a different story. And we are going to explain it now. The hermit mode has to do with everything intensified in so many ways that we have no other option but to go within and isolate ourselves from as many energies as possible. When we are at that stage, everything is intensified, all the senses from the third eye, how we receive and perceive energy around us. And of course, in that space, the physical senses are also intensified. So we may be feeling heightened sense of smell. Even the dust that you can't normally smell the dust unless it's a huge amount of dust, you will be able to smell it. You may be becoming sensitive to sound. Everything is intensified, and we need that peace and quiet around nature and with as less noise as possible. And what else? You can't hear music as loud as you would because it becomes as a noise in your ears. Everything is shifting so much and is so intensified that we can't process a lot of things and we can't find reconnection with self straight away as we do on a day-to-day basis on other stages of spiritual awakenings. And imagine what is going on with the emotions. If you feel the sound is too much, if you feel that smelling is too much and intensified, imagine with emotions and thoughts, others people, but also yours. Everything is so damn intensified that we can't even process anything of it, and it is too much going on at the same time from every direction you can think of. And this is why we are going into isolation. We are trying to isolate as much energy as possible from everything around us so we can stay at peace within self. Of course, there's no peace in that space. But this is the container we are creating for ourselves. We disconnect from the collective. And I have my hand like that. So we disconnect from the collective, what we are receiving from everyone else and what we are usually connected to. Collective. We can't completely disconnect, but we are disconnecting at a huge level and degree so we can focus more on ourselves and not be receiving everyone's energy in and processing everything at the same time. We disconnect physically with people around us. We kind of go into a hermit mode to stop feeling everyone and to start feeling ourselves more than anything else. And because all of our senses are so intensified, that need must be inevitably heard, and actually, we have to do it for our own well being. Of course, since emotions are intensified, the heavy emotions is easier to tap into and to connect with as a vibration, as a frequency. So we experience sadness even louder than anything else, grief even louder than anything else, disappointment and frustration. And in that space of I need to be myself and with myself, everything is so much. Just that. So, depending now on what kind of emotion you usually feel when you are going through the hermit mode, if it is sadness, if it is frustration, anger, you may be experiencing these emotions, one of these emotions, so intensified that won't leave you at your own peace at all. This is where we say self care is important. Disconnect from devices, disconnect from people that you can't disconnect those around you, okay? If you are working, you can't be disconnected from everyone. You can take time off completely from everything and everyone. So keep it to the basic. Whatever you have to do on a day to day basis, keep it to the basic and to the absolutely necessary things you have to be doing for your well being and your life in overall. And that is inevitably happening, okay? Now, what is truly going on within? A lot of shift and changes, mindset, beliefs, emotions. It's like you want to move houses and you have everything out. Not necessarily in boxes, okay, and if you have things in boxes, everything is open and you're taking it all out to check if you truly need these things or not. This is what a hermit mode is. Getting everything out. I'm ready for moving out from this house. I haven't figured out what's the next house. What where will I be staying next? But everything is out of its place and re-examine if it needs to stay or go. Keep this. Most of the processes that are undergoing in that space of the hermit mode have to do with they are not very conscious. We are going through all these processes. Sometimes we don't know what kind of processes are taking place, but most of them are unconsciously and subconsciously on different layers of energy that is taking place within us. What is left for you to deal with are the most crucial key points of your life, of your beliefs, of your feelings and emotions that you have to check in with yourself if you truly need this kind of belief. This belief, do I need it? Do I need to toss it away? Do I need to replace it with something else? Does it resonate with me? Or what has it created for me so far? And this is where the big changes are taking place and happening. What is happening now after that stage is complete? And this is the biggest question of how do I get out of this? You don't get out of this like that. It's a process that takes place gradually. We went into the hermit mode gradually, and we are coming out of it again gradually in a pace that resonates again with our soul's resonance. It's not about your mind or your spirit that wants you to move faster or slower or stay in that stage forever. It's your soul that is getting out of there step by step each time. Because imagine now you have been isolated for 2 weeks, 5 months, and then getting out there like that. Remember the lockdowns. How did it feel? Was it a bit weird? Because for me, it felt a bit, not a bit, a lot of weird getting out of the isolation. Yes, it was the excitement, it was the anticipation huge. Yes, I'm ready to create out of the hermit mode, okay? But when it comes to lockdowns, yes, let's reconnect with everyone, let's do this, let's do that, and then it feels kind of weird now that we are all out again. So, in that space, this is exactly how hermit mode is when we are starting to get out of it gradually, one step at a time. It feels a bit weird at the beginning, reconnecting with the collective around you, with those around you, people and relationships you used to have, connections you used to have, even your friends. It feels a lot weird, okay? So we are taking it back, we are coming back in step by step in a slow process, like rehab in some ways. And of course, the heightened senses, the heightened senses we used to have are slowly, gradually toning down so we can be out and feel okay without that much, too much noise, too much information, too much everything around us. Slowly, gradually, and we are being rehabilitated, one of my guides says, in that space of being ourselves again connected with everyone else. Most of the times, it is difficult to find that need and desire for life and excitement when we are coming out of the hermit mode. So, having the back of your mind that you may have to light that spark up of yours about excitement and desire and life and what you want to be doing from now on. It's not bad, it's not wrong, it's not a huge blockage or something. It's a bit challenging, yes, but you have to remember who you truly are and what excites you. So, getting out of that, you are coming into a space of inner wisdom, having connected with your inner self in a different level and way than before. It's a new version of you that is claiming a different reality and a different purpose for yourself, for day to day things. So I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments if it resonates, how you experience the hermit mode as a stage of the spiritual awakenings. Yes, everything is intensified, but remember it is a redirection and a deeper connection with your true self. And if you feel drawn, please reach out through my website. There are links in the description box, there are links everywhere on this channel. Reach out for a private session. Let's connect and do the work you need to be receiving now for your path and your awakenings. I hope this resonated in many ways. Let me know again, I'm saying this in the comments, and we will see each other on the next recordings.